This chapter is on Indian industry. It is divided into 6 parts. Part 1 is going to look at the role of industry in economic growth and development. It's also going to speak about place of industries with specific reference to Indian economy. Part 2 is going to discuss the composition of Indian industries. Part 3, we are going to study the role of MSME in India. Part 4 is about the industrial policy of 1956 and 1991. Part 5 will discuss the strengths and weaknesses of Indian industries. And Part 6 is going to tell us about challenges ahead of Indian industries. Let's study what is the role of industry in economic growth and development of any country. To start with, the first one, it helps in exploring and utilizing natural resources. On the basis of Heckscher-Ohlin factor endowment theory, we know that nature has endowed different nations with different levels of natural resources, be it in terms of fertile land for agriculture, oil reserves, mineral deposits, forests, rivers, etc. To explore and utilize these natural resources, we need help of industrial products like tractors, harvesters, drilling machines, trucks, and so on. If these products were not available, then optimum use of natural resources would have been difficult. And all these products are provided in any economy by its industrial sector. Point 2 is about industries providing employment. After agriculture, countries like India usually look up at industrial sector to generate employment for semi-skilled and its skilled workforce. As the demand for industrial product is income elastic, industries can create huge employment by increasing its level of investment and production level. Point 3 speaks about the high income jobs which are getting provided in industrial sector. The level of per capita in industrial sector is generally higher as compared to level of per capita income in agriculture sector. This is because industrial output is not dependent on uncertainties of nature. In fact, industrial output is directly related to human efforts, capital invested, and use of updated technology. Hence, an optimum combination of these factors would help increase output rapidly. If sales and profits of industries are increasing, then the per capita income automatically turns out to be higher. This is one of the reasons why industrially advanced countries have high GNP per capita. Next is industries help in modernizing agriculture. High level of productivity in agriculture sector depends on use of latest tools and equipments like tractors, harvesters, fertilizers, pesticides, high yielding variety seeds, and so on. Thus, modernization of agriculture aimed to increase the productivity is subject to availability of these products from industrial sector. If industrial sector is unable to provide for these equipments in enough quantity and at a fair price, then it would adversely impact the agriculture sector. Industrial sector also supports service sector growth and expansion. No doubt, all the sectors in the economy are interlinked and interdependent. Services to be delivered almost every time needs the support of industrial sector. Example, transportation services depends on manufacturing of vehicles by industries. Services like education, communication, entertainment, health, etc. depends on industrial products like books, printing machine, computers, cables, telephones, mobile handset, health related equipment and so on. Hence, the growth of service sector is based on sound footing of industrial sector in the country. Point 6 is it contribute towards economic growth and stability of the nation. Level of economic growth in any country depends on the strong and sustainable growth of agriculture, industry and service sector. The capital good industry is the driving force behind the modernization and expansion of agriculture and service sector. The consumer good industry helps to keep the inflation low in the economy along with reducing imports. All technological innovations in agriculture, service and industrial sector itself are possible if the nation has a strong manufacturing base. Industries help in the development of innumerable products which includes railways, automobiles, aircrafts, ships, construction of dams, canals, airports, educational institutes, hospitals, roads, bridges, etc. The output levels in every sector needs to be smooth to ensure economic growth with stability. Next is it helps in earning foreign exchange through exports of industrial products. A well-developed industrial sector helps in earning and saving foreign exchange reserves. Through industrial exports, a country can earn foreign exchange and by producing the substitute or similar industrial products which were imported at a point of time, it helps in saving foreign exchange too. Production of substitutes of imports helps reducing dependence on other countries and also promotes self-sufficiency. Increase in exports and fall in imports also helps countries to reduce their deficit in balance of payment. Point 8 is industrial product helps to meet domestic demand in an economy. Industrial products are income elastic in nature. Hence, with increase in income, the demand for this product increases. Failure to supply in enough quantity may lead to inflation in the economy. All high income and luxury goods demanded in an economy are aptly produced and the demand for the same is met by the strong industrial sector. Example phones, automobiles, televisions, air conditioners, etc. It also provides for countries' security by developing indigenous arms and ammunitions, thus reducing dependence on imports of defense equipments. A well-developed combination of capital and consumer good industry helps nation to strengthen the economy. Last point is it facilitates research and development. Industrialization contributes in research and development. Innovations by industrial sector has played an important role in developing better tools and techniques which help in improving efficiency and productivity. Fuel efficient cars, mobile phones, internet facilities, high yielding variety seeds, better fertilizers and pesticides, computers, life saving drugs, etc., are all result of industrial research and development in any country. Now let's move on to know the importance or the place of industry with specific reference to Indian economy. No doubt, the point which have been discussed earlier are also applicable to Indian economy, but in this case we are trying to basically look at it with the help of some statistics provided by some authentic agencies. First one is its contribution to the gross domestic product and the national income of the country. If we look at the table in this slide, we will realize that the contribution of industrial sector to GDP has increased from around 12% in 1951-52 to around 22% in 2015-16 as per the data published with RBI and its Handbook of Statistics on Indian Economy. Next point is about it employs sizable portion of India's workforce. If we look at this graphs, we will realize that the industrial sector employment from 91 till date has increased from around 15% to around 25% of the total workforce in the economy. So around one fourth of India's workforce is hired and employed in industrial sector. If we look at the bifurcation of male and female employment, the male employment in the industrial sector almost coincides with the average of industrial employment at the national level, it being around 26%, while female employment is bit lower at 18% in 2017, but definitely it is growing over a period of time. Point 3 is industrial sector has helped in creating capital formation in the country. High level of industrial employment in the country has helped to increase income levels in the sector. High income increases propensity to save and invest. This leads to high level of capital formation compared to its level in the agriculture sector. As per RBI data, the amount of gross capital formation in industrial sector was 3,446 billions of rupees in 2014-15. Unfortunately, in the recent times, gross capital formation in the industries is declining, reflecting lower investment in this sector, which is likely to adversely impact on the industrial jobs in near future. Next is the industrial sector is helping government to generate revenue for itself. The different kind of revenue generated by government from the industries are through license fees, direct and indirect taxes like GST, corporate tax, etc. Government also generates revenue through the profits from the public sector enterprises like ONGC, Coal India, and others. For example, the profit of ONGC in the financial year 2016-17 was rupees 17,900 crores. As per Government of India reports, the overall net profit of 244 central public sector enterprises was rupees 1,15,700 crores in 2015-16. The contribution of central PSEs to central exchequer by way of excise duty, custom duty, corporate tax, interest on central government loans, dividends and other duties and taxes had increased from rupees 2 lakhs 500 crores in 2014-15 to rupees 2 lakh 78,000 crores in 2015-16. This was showing a growth rate of around 38.6%. Next point speaks about the contribution of industrial sector towards exports and foreign exchange earnings. As I have said earlier, the income elasticity of industrial products helps to increase the exports of industrial products faster than the exports of agricultural products. The total export revenue in 2015-16 from industrial sector was around US dollar 2 lakhs 16,700 millions, which amounted to 83% of total mercantile exports of India. The major industrial products exported by India includes engineering goods, gems and jewelry, petroleum products and ready-made garments. The share of manufactured products in total mercantile, that is goods export, of the country was 73% as per the World Bank report. It was just 43% in 1962. The last point is industrial sector provides industrial products to consumer. The different type of consumer goods are supplied by the domestic production of the same in India. In 2015-16, the deficit in industrial trade was around 6%. This could have been much higher if industrial production in India with respect to consumer goods was lower. The different type of day-to-day product in FMCG category are supplied by domestic industries. Also, the luxurious product in the category of electronic, automobiles, etc. are being manufactured by domestic industries. If the industries in India were not to produce and supply these products, then either we had to do away with the consumption of these products or import them at much higher prices. The strong base of capital good industry, which was laid down in 1956 industrial policy, has enabled the production of huge industrial products in the country at a fair price. Thank you.